What's up guys, it is iGuadarican141 and I'm here today to bring you guys my look at Infinite Warfare. So as you guys may know, or should know by now, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is the next installment in the Call of Duty franchise. Now before you guys click away from this video because you guys automatically hate Infinite Warfare, it's stupid if you hate a game if you haven't tried it, and if you have tried it and don't like it because you tried it, okay, you have a right. But this video is going to be my personal thoughts of the game, thoughts that I had when it was first announced, thoughts that I had before the beta, thoughts that I have after the beta, and things that I feel are good and bad about the game so far. So I'm going to try and go pretty quick, but try to go into detail at the same time, I guess I can say. There is gameplay in the background, so if I do finish beforehand, I'll let the gameplay just continue on. And yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna go. So I'm gonna jump into my overall thoughts of the game, or the beta, and the game as a whole after trying out the beta. So I feel like this game is a 7 out of 10, and there are many reasons to why it isn't a 10 out of 10, many reasons why there isn't a 1 to 10. One of the main reasons why it isn't a 1 to 10 is because I don't put down a game that I haven't had my hands on beforehand, and after getting my hands on the beta, it definitely exceeded expectations. And the reason it isn't a 10 out of 10, because it isn't a Modern Warfare 2 and it isn't a Black Ops 2 where it completely wowed and just went insane. There are some things that this game needs to fix, and it kind of lacks in certain ways, and I'll try to go over those things little by little. I am gonna say that I am hyped for this game. I've always been hyped. I didn't hop on the hype train that some people did. I did have my doubts at first, being that it was a futuristic game, and following up a game like Black Ops 3, I lost interest in Call of Duty when Black Ops 3 dropped, and I've been playing Battlefield since, honestly. And thank God that Infinite Warfare brought me back to the Call of Duty franchise, because Black Ops 3 almost killed it for me. And I know what you guys, or some of you guys, are going to say, that you're hating on Black Ops 3 but liking Infinite Warfare, you're a hypocrite, but I have reasons for it. And my reasons are valid because they're backed up by a lot of people. So I'm going to break it down kind of section by section. I'm going to be comparing it more towards Black Ops 3 than anything. But I am going to compare it to other Call of Duties in the past as well that stick to more of the futuristic kind of timeline. But I'm going to jump into gameplay now, and I'm going to be focusing first specifically on the weapons. So as you guys remember way back when, Sledgehammer, the gods of Call of Duty, just kidding, don't quote me on that. Anyway, the guys who brought us Advanced Warfare, that brought the Call of Duty franchise into the future further than Black Ops 2, they introduced a weapon class called direct energy weapons, and those were pretty much lasers. And that's the simplest thing I can think of. Now, Infinite Warfare has these weapons as well, and people thought automatically it's a future Call of Duty, 2 future Call of Duties already, and we're sick and tired of direct energy weapons. But believe it or not, both ballistic and energy weapons are very balanced. It's not like the EM1 Quantum, where it was just a solid laser of death that you would get hit by a couple of times and you'd be dead. And it's not like the AE4, where it was just broken and couldn't kill someone for the life of it unless you were really lucky or had like a rare version of it. All the direct energy weapons in this game are just pretty much remakes of normal ballistic weapons that shoot lasers. So they don't really go through stuff as well. They don't go through walls and railings and stuff as well, except unless you have the attachment that has them like ricochet off of stuff. But that's really it. But both weapons, both ballistic and energy, have really good balance between them, so one doesn't overpower the other. Now I am going to say that the weapons overall do feel like ghost weapons, and by that I mean it is hitmarker city for some of these guns. And that's a pro and a con. A pro because it gives you more time to react when you're getting shot at, but a con because if you're like me, and you jump into the enemy spawn and there's 6 people in front of you, you gotta unload a clip and a half to kill one, and by then you're dead. And it kinda sucks, but they do feel like ghost weapons, and they're all pretty much balanced as a whole, which is good, so that one doesn't really overpower the other. But when it comes down to some weapons, certain weapons, they do really, I hope that they nerf them before coming out. More specifically, I'm gonna get hate for this, the KBS longbow. Being a sniper that actually aims down sights for a long period of time, hard scoping, and get kills that way like a normal sniper would, I feel like some of the KBS longbow variants, along with just the KBS longbow itself, was killing the beta. Every match I went into, whether I was sniping or not, the KBS longbow was seen, more specifically KBS Mirage I think it was, where it had the infinite hold breath plus quick draw. That thing was a quick scoping one-shot death machine. And it was absolutely ridiculous running into one of those in the middle of a game. And just spawning, dying to the same exact gun over and over and over. So please, Infinity Ward, if you can do us the favor, either make it so that it isn't a one-shot, one-kill while quick-scoping, balance it like crazy so its weapon spread, if you're not fully zoomed in, is like bigger than your mom's legs bigger than freaking death itself, and just try to balance this thing out, because it kind of ruined the beta for me, but not as much as you think. But that's enough for weapons. Let me know what you guys agree with, disagree with, and your opinions about the weapons in the comments below. And we're going to jump into movements. So, if you guys remember, once again, going way back to Black Ops 2, our movement, quotation marks, system was just consisting of the mantle, the good old dolphin dive, and that was really it. You couldn't do much other than that. Then Ghost came along, revolutionized the game, had it to where you could shoot while mantling, and you could slide and shoot while sliding. So it got rid of the dolphin dive, rest in peace dolphin dive, you'll never be forgotten. But it got rid of the dolphin dive and gave us more of a controlled system of getting from one point to another without dying. Then Advanced Warfare polished it a little bit with the addition of the exosuit, which made the slide go way further and made it a little more sporadic and more of a point A to point B movement tool than a tactical movement tool that you would use it in Ghosts. And then Black Ops 3 came with the wall runs and the bullshit of a jetpack thing that they have, I swear to God. And I guess you could say revolutionized it, as in Call of Duty had never seen anything like that before, but I'm pretty sure other games, Titanfall, had the same movement system. And in my opinion, it was better in those games than in Black Ops 3. And then comes Infinite Warfare with their movement system. And Jesus, Lord Almighty, Mary, and Joseph, I thank you, Infinity Ward, for polishing the abortion baby mistake that was Black Ops 3. And I say this with every single knife pointed towards every single Black Ops 3 fanboy, and let it go. Infinite Warfare took Black Ops 3's sporadic movement system and polished it like it's never been polished before. Now let me get into detail before you guys absolutely hate me and I lose millions of subscribers out of the 100 that I have. Black Ops 3 brought in wall running and this kind of jetpack boost jump that we hadn't seen, along with the boost slide. It was just so sporadic. You could wall run and chain from one wall to another, wall run on a single wall for really long periods of time. When you slid, you didn't slide like in Ghost or Advanced Warfare a couple of feet. You slid like a good 2 yards. I'm over exaggerating, but you guys know what I mean, people that notice it. And the jumps, you were able to chain them so well if you knew what you were doing, that you would literally be in the air for a very long time, and they regenerated very fast and pushed you up really high in the air. And they just got ridiculously annoying in Black Ops 3. And when I went into Infinite Warfare, I thought to myself, if this feels like Black Ops 3, I'm gonna cry. Because the movement system in Black Ops 3 was just so wonky that it ruined the Call of Duty franchise for me again. But what Infinite Warfare did is they toned down, they built upon Black Ops 3's movement system, but toned down on the sporadicness of the movement. So, unless you were Synaptic and were exploiting the, flying Synaptic payload thing, the boost jump or the jetpack, it's not even a jetpack, it's actually an air pack that is on the spacesuits that's used to travel in space in low gravity situations. that still gave you a little bit of a boost in the air and kind of gave you that hover feel of Black Ops 3, but it was so much cleaner. It had less of a height boost, and if you didn't hold A long enough, you actually started falling versus jumping. And you couldn't chain it as much as Black Ops 3. And then the wall runs, the time was almost sliced in half, where I'm pretty sure there aren't any perks that made you wall run even longer, but you can only wall run a very short amount of distance before starting to fall or completely disconnecting from the wall at all. And the slide itself feels like a ghost slide. It isn't that far, and you can't do what you used to be able to do in Black Ops 3, which was slide, boost jump a little bit, land, slide, boost jump a little bit, land, slide. You can't do that in Infinite Warfare because it has a cooldown period with its little air puffs that don't let you chain that much, so it was really, really well controlled. And I give Infinite Warfare praise for perfecting what Black Ops 3 couldn't perfect for the life of it. Now, enough about movements. I'm going to jump into what made Black Ops 3 and what they revolutionized and what Infinite Warfare built upon. And those are the rigs slash specialists slash payloads slash specialist weapons. Anyway, in Black Ops 3, you had these specialists. And each specialist had two sets of unique abilities, usually consisted, most of the time, actually all the time, it consisted of one weapon and one specialist ability. So for example, my favorite was the specialist that could glitch, or that used the Tempest. I forget the specialist's name. I really, again, I haven't played Black Ops 3 in almost 4 months. And at first I thought they were really cool. They added an extra kind of like ultimate meter to the game that you could work on, but there were so many payloads that were overpowered and that could overpower everything. There was really no balance in them. You know, me using a Tempest, I could be running around saying, okay, I got line up, and all of a sudden this guy in front of me, in order to escape a Tempest shot, comes down with gravity spikes, and I can't so much as say hi before those spikes hit the ground. And it was so annoying because you would see a whole team using the same exact type of specialist weapon, and it would just ruin the game. You couldn't do anything. And then Infinite Warfare built on to that kind of specialist weapon rig kind of system and perfected it again from what Black Ops 3 had done. So what Infinite Warfare did is they brought in these things called rigs, which are kind of like high-tech spacesuits that the soldiers use to fight in space, and each one tailored towards a certain type of fighting style, whether it was just normal run and gun, close quarters, heavy gunning, sniping, or just wanting to shoot a grenade rocket launcher thingamajiggy. But the thing that Infinite Warfare did that Black Ops 3 just can't do is they balanced the hell out of their rig system. And what I mean by that is that all the payloads in the game, yes, even the FTL jump, have a counter. So you don't have a team using an entire set of one type of ability and not being able to counter it. And that means that there is way more balance in Infinite Warfare than Black Ops 3. You can enjoy the game more than dying every 5 seconds to bullshit gravity spikes, and it gives you more variety of things to choose, because each rig has 3 different abilities. For example, my 2 favorite were Phantom and Merc. I didn't get to Phantom in the beta, but me being a sniper as I am, I'm gonna absolutely love Phantom. But me using Merc, for example, I would use the Bull Charge. And me thinking to myself, you know, Bull Charge is going to be OP, that's why I'm going to use it. But little did I know that the shield is small enough that they can shoot you under, they can shoot you above, and they can shoot you from the sides. And also you can barely steer while calling that in. So if you're running in a straight line and you miss someone, they could easily turn and shoot you in the back without you being able to do anything. And also, if you crash into anything, whether it be a soda can or anything, it deactivates and you lose it. So there's a lot of balancing in Infinite Warfare that Black Ops 3 didn't have, that allows people to coincide regular weapons with payloads or whatever they're called and shutting them down and getting them out of the way, and you're not ripping your hair out, which is absolutely amazing. Kudos to Infinite Warfare again for perfecting what Black Ops 3 couldn't. So that really wraps up my thoughts of the game so far based off of the beta. I didn't really want to get into my thoughts of like spawning and maps and stuff like that, because again, it was just a beta, so it was an early version of the game and we couldn't really control what was going on. But overall, being a 7 out of 10 game, and with everything that I said, I'm excited for this game, along with Modern Warfare Remastered. But it's Modern Warfare, it's a game that's been played before, but nothing really different except new game modes and new look. But Infinite Warfare being a new game, I'm just excited to get my hands on it when it fully comes out. So that's pretty much all I have. Feel free to let me know what you guys agree with and disagree with in the comments below. Give me your opinions in the comments below. Remember that these opinions are mine and mine alone, so please do not hate in the comments. Don't fight with each other in the comments. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion when it comes to anything in this world. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So follow my Instagram and my Twitter for daily updates on what exactly is going on, when videos are going up and stuff like that. Follow my Snapchat, even though I barely use it. I'm going to start using it more if I start seeing more people actually, using it. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. And without further ado, this is Guadalajara 141 saying march on. See you guys later.